Just watch me breaking your sweet.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lily, and if you're not, welcome back. Today's video is going to be kind of like a sensitive subject, something that has been kind of taboo with me that I've been kind of avoiding but still gotten a lot of questions about, but haven't really wanted to talk about just because it is really personal and something that I still get really emotional about and all that jazz. So basically I'm going to be explaining like why I left school, and not gonna cry because that's not gonna do any good for anybody. And so I'm just gonna kind of like go for it, and then I'm gonna do like a Q&A portion at the end because I asked you guys to ask me questions about leaving school, doing online school, starting online school, chasing your dreams, living the good life, you know what I mean? So backlash, kind of the turmoil was going on like with me, and like it seemed like everybody in both groups that like kind of collided just didn't like me, and there were a lot of other people who didn't like me and took it out on me and just like felt it upon themselves to just be absolute jerks. Like, it was the worst. So I went on a cruise on fall break. You guys remember that? That was like the first time I ever like vlogged, you know, except for like when I started my channel in 5th grade. So it was like the first time that I ever really was like serious about YouTube, and I really thought, okay, like this is not gonna be anything, I'm just gonna do it for fun. That quickly changed. But anyway, so I went on a cruise on fall break, and I came back to school on Monday for one day, and I realized this had turned into bullying. Like, this was so bad. And like I physically, mentally, just all of the feelings, like I couldn't handle it anymore, and I wouldn't. So Tuesday I refused to go to school, Wednesday I refused to go to school, and my parents knew this was a problem, and they knew that like we had to do something, and my parents are super supportive, and they have been through the whole thing, and they wanted me like out of there if that's what I needed to like be okay, you know what I'm saying? I definitely mentally was not okay. I was in a really bad place. I mean, you know what I was feeling, you know. I mean, there's no need that I need to say it, but I mean, I was just feeling like I could never get out of this environment. I could never escape these people and like the things that they were saying to me and the ways that they were treating me. It was awful. I was crying all the time. I was a mess. I was listening to the most depressing music. I remember just sitting in the car listening to like depressing music, and my mom was like, I know something's severely wrong with you. So Friday morning we went in for a meeting with the counselors, and like I think there was like a police officer there. I really have no idea who was in the room. I was so emotionally unstable, and like I wasn't even there, you know what I'm saying? I hadn't talked to my parents in like what felt like weeks. It was like days, or like said very few words to them. We went into this meeting, and it's very unlike me to be like standoffish, and like I felt, now I see where it was like unprofessional for me to like act this way, but like this is how I was feeling. And the school wanted me to stay because obviously they don't want any like bad reviews or like their stars to go down or all this bullcrap. So the school sucks, by the way. I'm sorry if you still go there and you're my friend or you watch these. Like, I'm just gonna say it. This school is terrible, and I'm sorry. I just hate it, and hopefully you have friends and you have a way to get involved. If not, leave. So basically this went on for a long time. This meeting did for like an hour or so, I think. I don't really remember. And then I just remember looking into like the counselor's face, and I just said, I think I made myself clear, I'm not going to this school anymore. And he was like, okay, like it was like he finally clearly understood that he needs to stop jacking around and fix this. So I wouldn't release anybody's names because it could have been a really bad like legal incident. And I just want to say to the girls, if you're watching this, you definitely know who you are, and I hope you understand that I've forgiven you because that's what Jesus would do, and I've realized that what you did to me has gotten me so much farther than if we would have still been friends now. And so, like, I just hope you understand that I could still get you in trouble, like, big trouble, but I'm not going to, because I don't think that you need that. I could if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. So I just hope you understand that, like, words that you said to me did hurt, and they still do hurt, and when I think about them, yeah, it makes me upset, but I have come so far since then. I, restarted my blog. My podcast has gone up, had lots of changes with that, but things are going so well. My YouTube channel is doing so well, and I'm traveling all the time, and I love to travel. I've gotten to go back to Guatemala. Like, literally, I'm living my dream life. And here's what I wanted to say to the girl who is being bullied, or to the guy who's being bullied. You don't have to put up with it. You can stand up to them, and you can tell them what's what, and I wish I would have had the guts to say something, but you don't have to feel lonely and neglected and betrayed, because God calls you chosen and loved and forgiven, like, and he wants to give you the best life. So you can stand up for yourself. You can tell an adult. I mean, all this stuff you hear about bullying in elementary school, or like wherever, all the stuff you hear about bullying when you're growing up, like, seriously, if somebody would have stood up for me, this probably would have never happened. And I'm not blaming that on anyone, because it is hard to do. Like, I understand that. But what I want to say is to those girls that I do forgive them, and no, I will never forget that. But I'm not going to hold it against them. And if they feel it upon themselves to reach out and apologize, I would greatly appreciate it. And I would accept their apology. But I'm doing things with my life now. And so, like, just understand that if you are hurting, if you're in this situation, like, you can for sure reach out to me over social media. There's so many people you can talk to. There's so many things you can do. But, like, don't let this control you, because that's something I gave into. I let these girls control me. And yes, I've come so far, and I've gotten so many things done, and gone so many places, and seen so many things, and done so much with my life since this, but it still affects me. And I mean, just the other day, I had somebody say something to me that it was very similar to the things that these girls had told me, and it really did affect me. But that's what I have to say to the girl or the guy or the person or whoever that's being bullied, is that you don't have to deal with it. There are things that you can do, and there is more out there that you have so many other things in your life that are so important. Like, you can't give up now, because you could go crazy places. I mean, you could chase your wildest dreams. I mean, my life is a perfect example. I'm doing something I absolutely love now because of something so terrible going on in my life. So that's just my story for you guys. Now I'm just gonna do like a quick Q&A about like different things that you guys had asked questions about. But yeah, so don't feel like you have to have some sort of sympathy for me, because I don't want sympathy. I don't want your I'm sorries or whatever. Like, it's okay. I'm okay. I'm great, actually, and so many good things have come from this, like I've said like 12 times. Like, so much good has come from this, and I'm so thankful, and like God has really blessed me with the life that I've been given now from something, so terrible. So something that I really cling to now, and I've seen it work crazy, is that there's always purpose behind your pain, and you can't see it today, and you can't see it tomorrow maybe, and you might not even be able to see it next year, but God always comes through. He always does, and he'll always reveal himself to you and show you that like there's nothing he can't do, and he's not just gonna like abandon you when oceans are deep, you know? So the first question that I got was, do you ever regret it? And absolutely not. I never regret leaving school. Sometimes I regret like things I would have done differently or told those girls or like stood up to them or whatever, but I never regret leaving school. One thing that I miss about school, absolutely nothing. Wasn't working for me, and I just don't think it's a good school or a good environment. It's too big. So to the principals or the counselors, if you're watching this, you need to do something about that. It's awful. So many kids are leaving because your school sucks. Asked if I ever wish that I could have like the high school experience, and sometimes yes, like I wish I could like go to prom and stuff, but like I said, like I don't regret it, and I would never like change what I'm doing now just to be able to like go to prom, you know what I'm saying? There's so much more that I can do that students of that school and like other high school students don't have the opportunity to do, so I would rather have my life than somebody else's. As a lot of you know, I do online school, and that just works so well with my schedule of like doing social media and like running my own brand and everything. But somebody asked what the hardest part of online school is, and I would definitely say self-discipline, especially with like running my own business through my house, my computer, like wherever I'm at. Like right now I'm in Florida, I was just in Guatemala, like wherever I'm at. I would say self-discipline. You really have to know like, okay, like I have to get this done, this semester's almost over, I have to do well in this class. Like I still have to learn, and a lot of people ask like, oh, it must be so easy, or like, is it easier? And really it's not. Like I do the same amount of work y'all do. I asked how my parents took it. Like I kind of explained, my parents were very supportive. They knew that I had to get out of there, otherwise I was going to plummet and I was going to die. So I hope you guys enjoyed like listening and understanding my circumstances and my experience and why I had to leave, and kind of like the question and answer portion, you guys got something out of that. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.